Welcome to Module 10. We've looked at containers and loops. Now we get to error handling. TriScope wraps components and catches errors that happen inside. If an error occurs, it doesn't crash the whole flow. Instead, you add error handlers to try, and those handlers decide what to do. Continue the flow or rethrow the error. Let's see how this works and when to use it. Here's a flow that queries a database. The database might be offline, timeout, or have a permissions error. Without try, an error crashes the whole flow. The main flow's error handler gets called, and the entire request fails. With try, the error is caught locally. Inside try, you add error handlers. You decide. Do you handle this error gracefully and continue, or do you rethrow it to the parent? The caller can succeed or fail based on your choice. Click try, and here is what most tutorials skip entirely. Try has 3 settings, and none of them are mandatory. Display name, transactional action, which is a drop-down with 3 values. Indifferent, the default, meaning join a transaction if one already exists but do not start one. Always begin, meaning start a brand new transaction every time the scope runs. And begin or join, meaning join if there is one, otherwise start one. And transaction type, either local for single resource or XA for several. And this one is only used when try actually creates a transaction, so it is ignored on indifferent. That transactional action drop-down is how a try scope starts a transaction. That is the field people miss. And the error handler itself is not a property at all. You do not find it in this panel. You right-click the try box on the canvas and add on error continue or on error propagate there. A try with no error handler catches nothing. Here's what happens. An error occurs inside try. If you have an on error continue handler, the error is caught and handled. The flow continues after the try scope as if nothing went wrong. The parent error handler never sees it. If you have an on error propagate handler, the error is rethrown. The parent error handler catches it. Use continue for errors you can recover from. Use propagate for errors that mean failure. Transactions and try are partners. Try inside a transaction works fine. If you continue the error, the transaction stays open and can still commit. If you propagate the error, the transaction rolls back. This is how you get fine-grained control. Try a risky operation. Continue the error if it fails. Keep the transaction alive. Naming try scopes. Describe what's inside. Try verify inventory. Try update database. That tells the next person what this try scope is protecting. And in the error handlers, be explicit. On error continue. Log and continue. That way the reader knows immediately what happens if it fails. Good practice. Use try with on error continue for external APIs that might fail temporarily. For optional operations like sending emails or writing audit logs. For graceful degradation, if caching fails, use live data instead. Bad practice. Using try and continue without logging what failed. Silent error handling is invisible and dangerous. If you continue an error, at minimum log it so operations can see it. And don't use try for errors that mean failure. If the core business logic fails, that's not something to continue past. When not to use try. If an error truly means the entire request failed, don't catch it. Let it fail. Try should be for errors you can handle or recover from. And if all you're doing is catching an error just to rethrow it, that's noise. Just let the error through naturally. Only use try if you're actually handling the error. How many try scopes per flow? 1 to 3, typically. Protecting major failure points like database operations, external API calls. If you have 5 or more try scopes in a single flow, check yourself. Are you overprotecting? Most failures are either critical, in which case you let them fail, or optional, in which case you handle them. 5 try scope suggests you're unsure about your error handling strategy. Here's a realistic scenario. An order is saved to the database. Critical, must succeed. Then inside a try scope, you send a confirmation email and write an audit log. Optional. The order is already saved. You add an on error continue handler that logs the failure. If the email fails, the order is still saved and the response goes back. The customer sees success, but operations see a logged error about the email. That's good error handling. The questions about try. 1. Does try catch all errors? Yes, but you can filter by error type in the handler. 2. What's the difference between continue and propagate? Continue means the error is handled. Flow continues. Propagate means the error is rethrown to the parent. 3. Does try change the payload? Only if your error handler changes it. 4. Try inside a transaction? Yes. Continue keeps the transaction open. Propagate aborts it. 5. Can you access the error inside the handler? Yes. Use error.description, error.cause, error.error type. 6. What if the error handler itself crashes? The error propagates. To recap, try catches errors inside it. Add on error continue to handle and resume. Add on error propagate to rethrow to the parent. Continue keeps transactions open. Propagate aborts them. Always log errors, never handle silently. Use try for recoverable errors and optional operations. Next module, until successful, retry non-failure.